What is up, you guys? So over the last 4 or 5 days, I have really been pushing hard on our eBay store. We shipped out 22 or 23 things on Friday, and then since Friday, it's currently Sunday afternoon. So in the last 48 hours, we've sold another 30 things for a grand total of $1,503.54. So today I'm gonna get all those pulled so you can see exactly what we have going out. I do wanna add here, in the spirit of transparency, our eBay store is very established. We've been selling on eBay for almost 5 years now, and a lot of these sales today did end up going to viewers of the YouTube channel. So I'll try to point that out as we go through the items one by one, but just wanted you guys to be aware. First item is over here in the X file. It's right down here. It's a little Toomey luggage lock and key set. It's a little lock with 3 keys and a little Toomey like keychain thing that attaches to your bag. I actually found this attached to a piece of Toomey luggage at the Goodwill bins. The actual luggage was really trashed and just unsalvageable, but I saw that tag on there, so I took that off and bought that. It's super lightweight. It probably didn't cost us anything. Honestly, I doubt it changes the scales very much. And this one sold for $20 free shipping. I'm not sure how much it'll take to ship it out. Our helper Kim is coming tomorrow morning to ship all this stuff, so I'm not going to ship anything. I'm just going to put it in a big pile for her and give you guys the good info, how much we paid for it, how much it sold for, and a rough estimate of shipping costs. This will probably cost about $3.50 to ship. I'm also going to turn off my fan so you guys don't have to hear that buzzing noise. So sorry. Next up, we sold 2 of these Support Your Friends tea towels. Obviously, both of these went to viewers. I doubt people that don't know who we are would want to buy these. These are just like custom printed tea towels with our Support Your Friends logo. I actually supported a local artist friend of mine. She made these towels and we ordered like a lot. I think we ordered 500 of them or something, and they cost us $9 a piece. But turns out people didn't like them at all. We've sold stickers and t-shirts and hoodies and a whole bunch of stuff with this logo, but for some reason people were just not interested in the towels. I think we've only sold like 30 of the 500 or whatever we have. So I dropped the price on these all the way down to $4, which is losing basically half the money we have into them, but 2 of them did sell to viewers. One sold to Jason and the other to Rhonda. So thank you guys so much. Next item is in the E bin, and it is a vintage Ralph Lauren polo shirt. I believe it's this one right here. I'm gonna have to open it up to make sure. It's been listed a long time. Vintage Ralph Lauren polo shirt, super cool. I'm pretty sure we got this at the Goodwill bins, maybe paid about $2 for it. Originally had it listed for like 50 bucks or so, and it just sat and sat and sat. I guess it just wasn't quite cool enough to sell for that price, so I recently dropped the price a little bit. I dropped the price a lot of it. It sold for $18 plus shipping. The buyer was all in $25.53. This will probably cost about $5.50 to ship out. Next item is in the W file, and it is a TI 84 Plus graphing calculator. I picked this up at a yard sale about 3 months ago, and it just sat on our table over there, and I never got around to listing it. But I listed it yesterday, and it sold within about 2 hours or so for $42 plus shipping. These are actually probably one of my favorite things to sell on eBay, especially as a newer seller. They're pretty easy to find at yard sales or thrift stores, even pawn shops. I bought a couple at a pawn shop before, and they usually sell pretty well as long as you price them correctly. We just sold one last week that was a clear one, this model, but clear, and it didn't have this little cover on it. And that one was listed at like $48 for 7 or 8 months, and it just never sold. So I dropped it to $38, and again, it sold within 10 or 15 minutes. So as long as you price them right, they'll always sell really quickly. Next item is this purse over in the R bin. It's a little tiny Dooney and Burke purse, but it's got the big duck logo. I actually found this at the Goodwill bins maybe 2 months ago. It's actually part of our house flip budget. Paid maybe $2 for it at the Goodwill bins. It's very light, and this sold for $75 plus shipping. It probably would have sold for a little bit more if it didn't have that stain on the front. There were others in this size, just different colors, that had sold for as much as $135 plus shipping, but that stain hurt us a little bit. I don't have to go far for the next item. It's this set of women's golf clubs right here. We actually bought a large collection of golf clubs from our preacher about a month ago. I think we got a bunch of golf clubs and a bunch of watches. You'll see some watches that we sold in a couple minutes, but I think we paid $1,400 for everything. And this one set of ladies golf clubs sold for $200, or like $199 plus shipping. I didn't charge shipping correctly. They only paid $227. So I might lose a little bit, but the good news is that it's only going to Charlotte, North Carolina, which is like an hour and a half from here. And if shipping is too bad, we might just take a thrifting trip up to Charlotte this week and just take them the clubs in person. Next item is in the D bin, and it is a Clemson hat that we have had listed for over a year. I think it was listed for like $14. It turns out that's just too expensive for a Clemson hat. I believe it's this one right here. It's a Nike, but it's just like a fitted, like stretchy Nike hat. It's $14 plus shipping. It's just a little too expensive for that. So I dropped it down to, I think, $8 plus shipping. Yeah, $8 plus shipping, and it's sold within a day of relisting it at that new price. Next item's over here in the R bin, and it is a jersey. This Celtics jersey. We got this in a flea market deal out of some guy's trunk a couple months ago. I'm not sure how much we paid for this exactly, because we paid like, I think it was $400 for everything, and we got a ton of stuff from him, so probably less than $10 into that, and it sold for $25 plus shipping. Next up is in the W file, and it's one of the watches that we got from our preacher recently. This is a vintage Rado men's wristwatch. We got 10 watches total, and I paid him basically $500 for the watches and then like $800 for the golf clubs, or whatever it came out to be. So I have $50 in each of the watches. A lot of them are selling for like 60, 70, 80, 100 bucks, but this was a pretty good one. This one sold for $190 plus shipping, and it was only listed for like 2 days, I think. These next two items went to a viewer named Debbie Matthews, and she got this leopard print shirt that's been listed on eBay forever, and she got this Columbia like insulated jacket type dealio. It's got the little silver metallic lining. She paid $20 plus shipping for the Columbia jacket and $12 plus shipping for this shirt. I have no idea where we got this shirt from, but we probably paid $3 or $4 for it. And then this jacket, I think Haley found this at the Goodwill bins the other day for like $3 or $4. Then we got this TaylorMade driver. This is the R7 Draw. I think it's a ladies flex. This one sold for $39 plus shipping. And then we have this Callaway X27 iron, and this one sold for $30 plus shipping. This was from our deal with our preacher, so I think we have like $12 into each club from that haul, maybe $10 into each one. And then this one, you know, I think this one's from that deal as well, so probably like 10 or 12 bucks into that one. I can't remember exactly where we got it from, but I wouldn't have paid more than 10 or $12 for it. Next item is over here in the W file again, and it is this Spider Girl Squishmallow. We got this at Goodwill the other day for 50 cents as part of our house flip budget, and this one sold for $7 plus shipping. The buyer was all in $13.44. Next up, we got this pair of Nike women's shoes, very small. I think these are a women's 6.5 or maybe a men's 6.5. They've been listed forever, probably like over a year, for $30 plus shipping. So I took the listing down, relisted them for $12 plus shipping, and then they sold overnight. I'm sure we probably got those at Goodwill. If they rang up as a kid's shoe, they would be $4.50. Worst case scenario, we paid $6.50 for them. Next item's in the in bin, and it is a Pendleton wool, like long sleeve shirt. New with tags. We got this from our $7,000 women's clothing haul we did recently. We spent about $6.65 per piece in that video, and this one sold for $18 plus shipping. Next up is another golf club. We just keep all of our golf clubs in a big bucket in the back, so it's not interesting going back and forth pulling them. This is a TaylorMade Burner 2.0 single 8 iron stiff shaft. We got this from the deal with our preacher, so we've got about $10 or $12 into this one, and it sold for $47 plus shipping. I also think it's important to mention that every single one of these golf club sales in today's video have sold within 48 to 72 hours of us listing them. So golf clubs usually sell very quickly if they're the right models. Next up, we got a pair of shoes down here. I actually bought a mystery box from my friend Chris. He's known as Flip the World TX on Instagram and whatnot. We paid $50 for a big box of mystery stuff, and this was one of like 20 things that was in the box. $50 plus shipping, so I think it was like $65 for the whole box all in, and just this pair of shoes sold for $24 plus shipping. So we've already made almost half of our money back just on this pair of shoes, and we have some really good stuff in there. We actually got a sheepskin leather jacket. Let me show you this leather jacket right here. It's 100% sheepskin on the outside and inside. I forgot what the tag was, like windward or something. That was in the box as well. So crazy. That's probably like a $300 or $400 jacket. Crazy box. Next item is in the S bin, which is down here, and it is a dress from Veronica Beard. I think that's it. It says Veronica. Yes, this is the right one. We got this from our $7,000 women's clothing haul, so $6.65 into it, and it sold for $45 plus shipping. Next up is in the J bin, and it's this, I think it's this purple thing right on the top. Soft surroundings, like a purple jacket type dealio. We got this in our $7,000 women's haul as well, so $6.65 into $30 plus shipping. Next up is this Titleist cart bag, which is just a beautiful classic red, black, and white colorway. Unfortunately, it does have some issues. This zipper right here is broken, coming off the seam right there, and then the zipper on the other side is just straight up broken. But other than those two issues, it's in great shape. I did price accordingly. If it did not have those issues, we probably could have got maybe $120, $140 for it plus shipping, but I put it up for 50 bucks and it sold same day, $50 plus shipping. That golf bag was also part of the golf club deal we've made with our preacher, so we have about $12 or so into that bag. Next up is a pair of very funky shoes. These are called Z Coil shoes. They have like a little jumpy, bouncy thing on the heel. Super ugly, but some people do like these. We used to be able to get it like 60, 70, 80, maybe $80 for these, depending on the size, but the market on these has gone down a good bit. We listed these for 30 bucks plus shipping, and they sold within, oh, there they are. I think they were listed for like 3 or 4 days before they sold. 30 bucks plus shipping, and they went to an international buyer. Next up is another pair of shoes. I think it's these Cloves right here. These are supposed to be a women's size 11. Yep, women's 11. Clove is like a brand of nursing shoes. They retail very high, but resale is just kind of weird. I thought we were going to get like $50 for these or something, but we had them listed for $45 for 6 or 7 months without a single bite. So I dropped them all the way down to $19, and then they sold overnight, $19 plus shipping. Next item is in the eye bin. It's these Sims fishing pants from a very recent YouTube video we did. We picked these up at the Goodwill store for, I think pants are like $4.75, and these sold for 30 bucks plus shipping. Next up is a Squishmallow. I think it's down here. It's a black cat, Halloween Squishmallow or something. I know some Squishmallows are really rare and worth a lot of money, but I've never found one. Usually the ones we find are like $5, $10, $15. And this one sold for 14 bucks plus shipping. Next up is another one of our watches that we got from our deal with our preacher. This is the least valuable one out of the bunch. This is a diesel, just a diesel fashion watch. And this one sold for $39 plus shipping. Again, we paid $500 for 10 watches, so 50 bucks a watch. So technically losing a little bit of money on this one, but the profit we made from the other ones negates it. In the same video where we bought these Sims fishing pants, I also got this lot of 4 youth size large Under Armour windbreaker jogger pants. We paid, I guess, $4.75 for each one of them, so $19 into 4 pairs of pants, and the lot of 4 of them sold for $40 plus shipping. The buyer was all in $53.84, and it looks like they did sell to a viewer named Melissa. She sent a very nice message with her purchase, so Melissa, thank you so much for that. Next item's over here in the X file, and it is one of our Small Soldiers movie stickers. I'm actually going to send people 2 if they order them now, just because we have so many. I got like a whole bag of them at the flea market for, I think, $10. They're all from the movie Small Soldiers, 1998, and this one sold for $4.99 free shipping. So we're not making a ton of money on these, but we have a lot of them, and I've sold a couple of them on Whatnot in the past. So we've definitely made our money back, and we're well into the profit, but we've got a ton of them, and they're going to take forever to sell. Next up, we have another golf club. This is a TaylorMade Burner 2.0 5-iron. Again, part of our deal with the preacher. $12 into it, roughly, and this one sold for $45 plus shipping. And it looks like that is everything, all 30 things that we've sold in the last 48 hours. We've actually sold 60 things on eBay in the last week since last Sunday afternoon. And that's a lot more than usual. Our sales are up like almost 200%. And it's because I've done a couple different things to our store. One, I started listing more things. I've listed over 100 things on eBay this week, and that has obviously helped a ton. Probably over half the things that we have showed you in today's video were things that I've actually listed for sale in the last 48 hours. So list good stuff, it'll sell quickly, and then you'll boost your sales. Something else you could do is go back and send offers to watchers on your items on eBay. I had like 70 or 80 items that I could send offers to, and I just didn't for some reason. So I went and sent offers to all those people and probably made 5 or 6 sales in the process of doing that. You can also go back to your old items, the items that are ending soonest, and just take those off of eBay, remove them, say item is no longer available for sale, and then you can sell similar, keep the pictures, just change the price a little bit, change the shipping weight or something to make it a more competitive listing, and then refresh that item in your store. I did that to like maybe 30 or 40 things over the last couple of days, and 3 or 4 of those things have sold for us as well. So those are just a couple things you could do to boost sales. I know a lot of people have been complaining about slow eBay sales recently, but it's not slow for us. I mean, $1,500, yeah, $1,503 in the last 48 hours. And yeah, some of them went to viewers, and yeah, our eBay store has a lot of followers, but a lot of this stuff didn't go to viewers. A lot of this stuff was just really solid items that people want. The most expensive items, the golf clubs, the radio watch, those didn't go to viewers. Those are just really cool items that have a demand in the market. So if you list good stuff consistently, you'll make good sales consistently. I am kind of bummed that I'm not gonna be able to show you how we pack up all this stuff, because I know that's really helpful for a lot of people watching these videos, but it's not that complicated. Don't overthink it. You know, the clothing, if it's over a pound, you could put it in a padded flat rate envelope like one of these down here, and it'll ship anywhere in the country for like $8.40, I think. If it's under 16 ounces, you just put it in a regular poly bag like one of these purple ones right here and ship it first class, or whatever it's called now, like Ground Advantage. Anything under 16 ounces ships for like $5 or $6 tops. This will go in a poly bag. These shoes will go in a priority shoe box, which looks like that, 15 by 8 by 5, probably about a 2-pound rate, costing about $12 to $15 to go anywhere in the country. These stickers would probably go in one of these little padded mailer thingies. The watches would definitely be bubble wrapped and put in a small box, like an 8 by 6 by 4. We definitely would never send something like that in a poly bag. We do get a lot of questions about shipping hats. You could put this in a poly bag, but I would not just put it in a poly bag. I would do poly bag and then put it in a box. So we use these 8 by 8 by 4 boxes, and these are perfect for both baseball style hats and the flat brim hat. So I'd recommend this box. You don't have to put it in a poly bag first. Some people do that in case the box gets wet, but I don't think it's a big deal. More clothes, more shoes, all this is pretty self-explanatory. Poly bags, flat rate envelopes, priority boxes, you know, yada yada, you get it. Now with the golf clubs, people get really intimidated with this. Oh, this thing is probably going to a box as well. It's priority, so I'd probably just put this in one of these large priority boxes, like at a 3-pound rate or something. Golf clubs, whether individually or in a set or a bag or anything big like this, is not going to go priority mail. You might send it parcel select, or now it's Ground Advantage, but you can go on pirateship.com. It's a free shipping website. You can set up an account. It's totally free. You don't pay a single dime, and you can link your eBay account to your pirate ship account, import all of your pending shipments that you haven't shipped yet, and then you can compare rates between USPS and UPS and FedEx and see who's the best rate. I would not ship UPS ground through eBay, because eBay is notorious for not calculating the rate correctly. It'll say it's like $7 or $8 or $9, and then once it's delivered, it'll charge you $25 because it says it wasn't input correctly. And it's not your fault. It's something to do with eBay on the back end. So if you're shipping long stuff, baseball bats, golf clubs, anything like this, I would highly recommend you go through pirateship.com, link your eBay account, and ship UPS ground on there. You might can get a good deal with Ground Advantage, whatever it's called, but I usually go UPS. This will probably just ship as is. It's already got padding in there. We'll just slap a label in the box. This one, we have golf club bag boxes. They're like 48 by 12 by 12, so we just chop it down to the appropriate height. All these golf clubs will get shipped in brown golf club boxes. We used to use priority mailing tubes, but we don't ship them priority anymore, so now we have to buy boxes. The boxes are like $3 a piece. So long skinny boxes, UPS ground. Slightly larger long skinny boxes, UPS ground, and there you go. That's how you ship golf clubs. So I figured I'd give you guys a little synopsis of today's sales, because obviously we have fees, shipping, taxes, and all that to take out of that $1,503 and some change. So when you take out all the shipping and sales tax that the buyers paid on top of their purchase price of the item, that leaves us with a new total of $1,140.99. So then we still have to take out our eBay fees from that amount, which would be about 12% on average, and that would leave us with around $1,004.07. Next, we have to take out our cost of goods sold. This is how much we actually spent acquiring all these items to sell them, and I said multiple times that I wasn't really sure how much all this stuff cost exactly, but I think a fair estimate would be around $300 for everything you saw in today's video. So when we take that out of the total, we're left with $704.07. And I think that is a very reasonable estimate of how much net profit we actually get to keep pre-tax on today's sales. So I've actually been filming another video over the last 3 days of a little bit of everything. We started with the house flip. I went to some garage sales, some thrift stores, some eBay listing, just kind of like a daily vlog, but 3 days of my life. It's a very good video. It's just not quite done yet. So instead of waiting another 2 or 3 days to finish that one, I thought I'd come in here and just pull out the orders that we have going out for the weekend so far, just to help you guys, show you what we're selling on eBay. Again, take it for a grain of salt. Some of this stuff, like the Squishmallows and obviously the Support Your Friends tea towels, that stuff sells to viewers. But a lot of the other stuff is good items that you should be on the lookout for if you want to find cool stuff to sell on eBay. So if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. You're the best. We'll catch you on the next one.